We're talking about stress this week. Most conversations about stress usually focus on the physiological effects that occur when someone has too many negative things going on in their life. For example, they have stress in their family relationships, they're behind in their classes, and they don't have enough money. Say, okay, this causes the person's blood pressure to increase, they have trouble sleeping, they have a compromised immune system, etc. But we'll examine some ways that stress can be helpful. One of my friends was a good runner and had always said he wanted to do a marathon, but he never got around to it. His wife one year surprised him with a ticket to enter a marathon for Christmas, and it was 6 months out. So he ended up training harder than he ever had to get ready for this race and finally ran the marathon that he wanted to. And so it was the stress of knowing this was coming up that motivated him to complete his goal. Another component of stress, it's called hypostress, not having enough stress in your life. And so I don't know if you've ever had a job where things have been really slow and you're required to be on the clock. And at the end of the day, you haven't used any brain power or burned any calories. And so you finish the day just exhausted because it took so much energy to keep you awake and alert and engaged. And then when you have a day when things are really busy, you say the time just flew by because when you have the right amount of stress, things go smoother. Speaking of the right amount of stress, we all have different levels for how efficient or productive we are, depending on the amount of stress in our life. Some people do really well with a high amount of stress in short periods of time. These are the kind of people who may procrastinate on a paper, do it the night before it's due, but still get a good grade because they think well under pressure. Then there are other people who know that they don't do well with that last minute pressure and they start assignments early and make sure that they don't get stuck at the end of the term doing that. So these are some additional examples of how stress may change or help what we're doing.